because of influence. And the amount of influence that you have, it matters. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to gain influence. See, influence comes from the word power. And how do you get it? Number one, you have to be clear enough about something that you do to a point that you can tell a person, go do this. And if they do it, it's going to guarantee that something happens that's going to change this goal that you're trying to accomplish. When you do that again, you see, that proves that it wasn't just luck the first time. The person starts to develop confidence in what you are saying. There's a automatic trust that triggers into a person's brain. If you do it again, they're more likely to simply just get on your bandwagon, because one time can be luck, second time's not a coincidence, third time, you know what you're doing. That's the first phase of gaining influence. I gain people on this platform because I have a knack to teach, and I love educating people. I don't know what your superpower is, but I'm going to tell you that it's okay to lean into it, because if you ever want to have influence, it also influences the algorithms here to lead people to you. And maybe it's the kind of people that you want to do something with. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I was doing YouTube videos and I got a message directly from this guy. His name was XYZ. I won't call him out, but he asked me if I would join them to be on a, well, his name is Johnny Wiles. So he asked me if I would be willing to be on the contributor team for ESPN. And I was like, are you serious? I knew my content was good because when I do my fight shows, I had a matchup segment, because I don't believe in predictions, because you don't really know what's going on in a person's life when they fight. But I do break it down and I say, here's the matchup. So they like that. So I started doing it. Not too long after that, I was invited to bring several of the top key figures in the sport of boxing onto my show. Why? Because they research you. They don't just out of the blue sky just say, hey, can you do this? Just last week, well, matter of fact, this week, I was invited to take part in the Netflix event in Miami with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. That wasn't because I have a channel, but the reason is because I have influence on my channel. Because if I was just showing people doing, talking on my channel, then that wouldn't give me influence. That would just say that I show people what you do. Like, you just show other people stuff. Like Marcos V, the guy who owns Fight Hub. We actually had a great conversation here in Miami. But people look at you and to see if when you say something, that are there people responding to what you say? And once you have influence, if they see you have influence, that gives you what you call power. Power is the ability to say something, have people do it, and they do it. They don't even think twice. You're a reliable source. So a lot of people think of power as, dictatorship. But power is just the ability to have someone hear you and respond to you. What's going on? The key is understanding that you also have this ability as well. You will know something that most people don't, and you're probably very good at it. So what I suggest that me, myself, should have done 15 years ago is just to continue to be forthright and be honest and open with people. And then, hell, who gives a crap if they don't listen? What you are doing is establishing who does listen to you, who is a part of your tribe. Why did ESPN contact me? Because I had influence. I just didn't have a channel where I was showing other people's stuff. When you see my channel, you see me. When you see my call to actions, I say, if you want to ever become really good in fundamental boxing, then type skills and I'll show you the blueprint to have a training regimen every single day for 52 weeks. Just type skills and down below will become a link will appear. It'll direct you right to our training page where you'll get a book that looks exactly like this. And that book will have, what's today, Tuesday? Week 1. And I'm only showing you because of influence. That's day 2. So you won't be fishing around on YouTube, but what you will be doing is you'll be doing the double box step, the hop step, the Ray Robinson drills. And no one knows what that is because you haven't mastered the art of footwork. The jab, punch logistics circuit. That's what you will be doing. And it'll all lead you to doing things like your defense, your weave defensive system, and your block circuit. You see, that's why people have decided, I'm all in with this person. Because, see, they tell me things that most people try to keep secret. That's what's so unique about an individual when they get into the spotlight. Are they doing it for a bigger cause? Now, we have 13 fighters die every year. Fighters are not going to be victimized by that if they know how to actually fight. This is a system of fighting. This isn't Instagram. This isn't TikTok. This is how you will train every single day, the exact same way. And when you do that, you're no longer in a program or shooting for a goal. You are in a system that's been proven for over 135 years. I just decided to turn it into a book format. And my upline is great fighters like George Benton, my uncle, Coach Anthony Bradley, who was groomed by Coach Kenny Adams, the greatest boxing mind that has ever been on this planet. He taught everybody. And I'm God, brother and sister with the old mongoose and his family. And so I had to use that. So I said, this would give me purpose. This will help me tell people not only ways to win, but ways not to get dead because boxing is dangerous. So it aligned with my purpose. So me having influence, I think God gave it to me for that right reason because he knew I wouldn't abuse it. And therefore, I took time and built a team to help write those books out, get them printed up, and everything, talking in social media. A lot of times it just ends. But when they hear me say, type skills, they know that I'm blessing them with something that has been passed down from generation to generation that you cannot just go get your hands on. And that's what's so unique about influence. So no matter what it is that you do, remember, influence is just another word for you finally accomplishing the power that you in orderly need to have to be a boss. If you're a man, You need to have a boss characteristic. You need to own something that you can help other people with, right? No, doesn't matter if it's AI, if you play video games, doesn't matter if you go to football games and basketball games or boxing and commentate. But have something that the world needs from you and that only you have answers to. But when it's all said and done, I've got it down to a science. When I just say type skills and boom, that's when the magic happens. So hopefully that was something that can give you guys a little inspiration today, and you'll strive harder to go after your influence. Right now, I'm about to go over here to a boxing gym and help them turn their gym programming around and get to a place where they are formidable again. And that's what level 2 of influence. Once you start giving people remedies and recipes and answers for their problems, that puts you in a different echelon. So I'm in a different echelon. But today I'm going to encourage you to go after it. Go after your influence. If you don't follow me for anything, follow me because I'm going to always challenge you to do that. Coach Bradley signing out. It's time to go turn things around in this country. One person at a time, one audience at a time, and one soul. I'm out of here. If you're in a place where you got to get your stuff together and you're trying to develop your confidence, then no matter what you do, you go to where people feed you. And that's all I got for you today. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the winner's circle. Peace.